Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle.
Check 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2.
Sounds good to me.
This is Two Men On with Van
Stand by.
Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
It's Thursday, Albuquerque. Yeah, you know what that means. That means the boys are at Sadie's on 4.
Yeah, baby.
We're starting this one off with two of my oldest friends are here. Van, who I met the day I moved to town.
Oh, hey, buddy.
And my very good friend Amanda Brady, who I met 5 minutes after I moved to town because we both had to run sports and wellness, and that was the worst thing of our lives. Amanda, how are you?
Upright and breathing. How about you?
Yes, not at sports and wellness. It's the best.
How long has it been since we both?
Girl, we got
COVID?
fired the day COVID started.
Yeah, it was COVID. Then we didn't get fired technically.
Well,
I went back after
that was,
for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, they did like a and not to get into all weird labor laws and stuff because none of the leadership that was there is currently there anymore.
Nope.
But they did this extension where it was like, hey, you guys can come back to work. By the way, pay cut. By the way, and I said, hey, send that to me in writing. They never sent it to me in writing. That wasn't for me. But you and I work together on some projects. Pink Warrior House is a big thing going on. Pink Therapy. On the One presents Pink Therapy, a Latin dance fundraiser for breast cancer. Isaiah, you're back at the studio, but get ready to learn a jig or two because Amanda Brady's going to teach you how to is this salsaing? Is this what this is?
So the lesson tomorrow is actually bachata, and it's going to be by one of the
I can't imagine you're not. Yeah.
On behalf of CSP and Ritmo y Tambor. So we have Kyle and myself are going to be doing the bachata lesson.
Isaiah, that's rice milk with a little bit of sugar and cinnamon.
It's like a
rice.
pasta.
Horchata.
That's
horchata. Oh, my bad. Wrong. What's bachata?
Bachata.
A bachata.
Bachata.
Bachata. Bach-adat.
Okay.
Bachata. Okay, so it's 6 to 7 p.m. for cocktail hour.
Correct.
That's when Van and I will be there. And then it's 7 to 8 p.m. bachata lessons. 8 to 12, we are just dancing.
We're having a blast. You're going to take what you learn, and you're just going to go to town.
3421 Coors Boulevard. This is where Pink Warrior House is.
No. So Sobremesa is actually being absolutely wonderful. They're allowing us to host Pink Therapy there.
Oh, sweet.
And On the One is helping us. Their Latin dance company, they're allowing Pink Warrior House to come in with this and team up to do a fundraiser where we get to be active, we get to have fun. Yeah. Completely different than what you would normally think for breast cancer awareness, which is what I don't know if anybody knows. The Pink Warrior House Foundation.
We talk about them regularly, but for those that don't know, go ahead.
So the Pink Warrior House Foundation is the organization here in New Mexico, and actually we've kind of gone national and international, supporting those who have battled breast cancer, battling breast cancer, and also their caretakers. And On the One Latin Productions is a local Latin events production group that puts on safe events for those of us who enjoy Latin dancing, salsa, bachata, zouk, cumbia, all of it. DJ Gabriel Goza and also DJ Karina are going to be at the event. They're going to be our DJs. Ritmo and Tabor is the main lesson. And we're going to have an absolute blast. We do have 2 custom cocktails that are going to be run the entire night through. So we have a strawberry lemonade and a sparkly palm rose liqueur that is going to be featured at the event. Santa Fe Brewing Company, Steelbender, and Canteen Brewery have all donated beers on behalf of this event. As I said, Sobremesa is donating their event space and we're going to have a raffle. It's going to be a pretty big event, and we're going to have a blast. So you get to dance the whole time. I mean, what fundraisers do you get to go to where you show up and you get to dance?
Amanda Brady joining us on the program. She's helping with Pink Therapy in partnership with On the One. It is a benefit for Pink Warrior House. Van, this does not cost $100 the way you think it does. I know the way you
my next question. You beat me to it.
I know how you are. $20 donation goes to the Pink Warrior House Foundation. Go ahead, Van.
And this goes down May the 17th. And for the friends of the show who aren't big calendar people, That's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
So clear out your calendar, whatever you had going on,
cut it off.
and go to
Pink therapy.
I like this a lot.
I'm so into this.
I'm super into this. All right, so we're going to dance. We're going to help some people, but that's not where the helping ends. What else is going on with you and Pink Warrior House? What else is going on in the effort to help with breast cancer?
Well, we've got plenty of events going on. Actually, there's an event up in Santa Fe tomorrow. We are bringing back Par for Pink this November. So if you guys are interested in golfing, join us on November 11th.
We have a new golf guy. We're excited about this.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Drag him out.
Yes. And then we'll win. And then it'll be expected that we donate our winnings back. And we will, because we are those guys.
Only every time.
It's literally every time. We've never actually won. We will win.
Well, we place and show a lot.
And then if we don't win, Amanda, we bully whoever does win.
Into giving the prize
they
back.
donate it
Maybe
back.
you guys should do bowling for Pink instead of.
We would win that too.
Mm-hmm.
We win them all.
I mean, win a good ass time
Yeah.
if we're there.
Exactly.
Is there-
Have a blast with it.
Is there mini golf for Pink? Because we'll do that too.
I don't think there's Pink putt yet, but that is a
Write that
good
down. Write
idea.
that.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I love alliteration.
yeah.
We
putt,
do try.
Putt, Pink, putt. What'd you say? King putt Pink? I wasn't listening whenever
Pink
you said.
putt.
Ping pop.
I would do that too. Tomorrow night, you will be dancing, and you will find every partner in the room. It's that kind of thing, right? Van won't look a fool.
No, absolutely not.
Your boy can salsa.
No, you cannot.
I don't know how to horchata, but like I can salsa.
Isaiah,
Oh, goodness.
how long have you lived in New Mexico?
I moved to New Mexico in 2019.
Okay, now how many pretty little Hispanic girls have got you to try to salsa?
0.
See,
Now, but wait, how many venues have you been to where there is salsa and Latin dancing?
Good question.
Sure, I don't go out. I'm a homebody. Maybe this is why it hasn't happened.
yeah.
Then you should join us tomorrow. It's a safe place. There's socializing and there's food. So in case you don't want to talk to
Van
anybody,
and I
you
have-
can go eat and drink.
And Van and I got your cover. We'll pay Amanda right now so that you are in.
If Zay
Rich
pinky
friend.
swears, pinky swear right now on Facebook Live and YouTube Live
Uh-oh.
that
It's getting
you will
serious.
you will salsa, and we got your entry and drinks. Stick it out there. Do it.
All right,
Do it.
tell
Let's see
Bob
it.
Walpo
Let's
he's
see it.
covering me tomorrow.
Let's
Bob
see it.
Walpo.
There it is.
Actually,
It's a pinky
tomorrow,
swear.
You just pinky sweared for
Uh-oh.
Pink therapy.
Woo!
It's on Bob now. He's got to come in for the Topes game.
Love everything about it. Okay, so help me out, Amanda. You're still powerlifting?
I am. I'm actually going to Worlds in November.
So you look super strong right now. This is why I'm
Oh.
asking.
Thanks.
So I went out to the state fair 2 days ago because, spoiler to everyone that's not me and Van,
Mhm.
Duke City Championship Wrestling will be at the state fair this year, so we're really excited about that. And they said, well, Fred, the only thing we're worried about is we're bringing in powerlifting too. Are you powerlifting at the state fair?
No, but I have powerlifted at the state fair.
Is it wild?
2 years ago, I actually powerlifted at the state fair.
How does your
What do you do? Just like pick up a cow? Like,
That's a
or
good
is like real weights?
No, it's real weight.
Oh, okay.
But
That's safer.
But we still pick them up on command and we put them down on command.
Okay.
So it's however our judges feel is how fast we get to do our lifts.
Okay.
I've known you for a long time. How do you deal with the passerbys whenever they're not educated as much as you are in the world of powerlifting? Do you have to like stop and explain to them like every understanding of it, or are you in your own zone?
If I'm actually lifting, I'm focused in on
Yeah.
lifting. If somebody asks me a question and if it's not my flight, I'll answer.
All right,
any
what's
questions.
a flight? There we go.
Okay, it's like a heat for powerlifting.
Okay.
So
Oh,
a flight is like a heat.
it's like,
Be
you
the
had one of those-
lifting group.
like a
Have you ever
pre.
had one of those know-it-alls come by and try to give you tips on how to lift, and you're like, get out of here?
Oh, I still have people tell me that. Even when I train at commercial gyms or in other states, I still have people come up to me and go, well, if you did this or you're doing this wrong. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've been a world champion before. And I'm pretty sure I hold records. So
Thanks a lot, Rick.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I'm like, I'm going to listen to my coach.
There are some like big belly boys out there who are real strong too, though.
Absolutely.
Like-
Sure.
Like that was the thing. Whenever obviously you and I are on the board at the Y, but the Y is not powerlifting centric. It is no, it's for fellowship and coffee.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there is an Olympic lifting area
oh, there is
at
It's
the
super
Y,
nice.
the Horn Y. It's very nice,
No one messes with
but
it.
it's not their go-to.
It's Amanda. If you were to go to the Y and do your powerlifting stuff, it's like the most alone you'll ever be.
No, I've done powerlifting at LA Fitness in Sarasota, Florida.
That's a different demo.
Okay.
Older crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was bad.
Amanda went and got the 100-pound weight, and everyone went, what?
No.
So Pink Warrior House is alive, well, and strong, and they're helping lots of individuals. One last time, all the information on tomorrow's event.
Yes, so Pink Therapy, May 17th, tomorrow, Friday, Sobra Mesa, down off of Coors and I-40. Our cocktail hour is from 6 to 7
Let's
p.m.
go.
We have 2 custom cocktails that are going to be featured for the night. We have a raffle that's going to occur. Prizes will be announced at 9:30, 9:45. We have a performance at 9:30, and we have a dance lesson from 7 to 8. And then it's going to be an open dance party from 8 to midnight.
Love everything about it.
Woot, woot.
$20 suggested donation at the door, and we would love to see everyone there.
But before you get out of here,
Yes.
how do you get them rear delts to pop? It's
That's a good
looking real
question,
good
yeah.
back there. What do I need to do?
I only squat, bench, and deadlift.
Oh, never mind. Just be better, I
Yeah, the
guess.
hardest
The
thing.
deadlift.
Just be better at everything. Cool.
Just lift heavy.
Okay.
I thought for sure your answer was going to be pulling on that little gas chain for hot air balloons. Like,
No.
what is that thing called? When's the last time you were in a balloon?
Maybe 4 months ago, and it's a burner.
Thank you for the
Burner.
Burner.
For your
is,
info.
Yeah.
burner is what I had for all my Tinder girlfriends all those years ago.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was a cell phone.
I had it for a different reason.
When I was a kid, when I was first learning how to fly, we had to put a milk crate on Velcro in the basket because I couldn't reach.
Aw. At least they Velcroed it down.
Yeah, that would have been really
We're
fun.
just sliding around.
I'm just hanging off the burners.
And it made the body strong. So there we go. Amanda Brady, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me.
When we get back from the break, I don't know, like an entire episode of the show based off the schedule of games.
Let's try it out.
It's tuning on 95.9 FM and AM 610 live from Sadie's on 4th. Come hang out with your boys. If you got here in the 3 o'clock hour and said hi to us, that was really nice of you. You know the show doesn't start till 4. Creeps.
It's fine. It's just fine.
Creeps.
I'll take attention even when I'm not live on air.
They are being supportive.
They're tracking your location is what it is.
Yeah, where's this air tag?
They
Hey,
just want to
It's
see
under your
you.
car.
Isaiah, hey, speaking of Burner, Isaiah accidentally froze my Burner Facebook account yesterday, the one we use for all the live streams of the shows and stuff, and I had to fight with it all night long and send a selfie of myself, even though my Burner account is not myself because it's a fake account. And then Isaiah still hasn't apologized for the many hours I had to put into talking to Meta.
Well, I don't know if it was me all the way. So once that's confirmed, you get a big old apology, sincere from my heart.
At least he's willing to apologize.
The sports animal. Back on the program, back live at Sadie's on 4th. We put Amanda Brady on in the first segment because she told me she had to leave because she had to go teach a class, and she didn't leave during the commercial break. She just stuck around. She's a creep. Goodbye, Amanda.
Goodbye.
Thanks for the puppy pics.
Absolutely.
She stuck around, Isaiah, showing pictures of her puppy. She did a real good job. Make sure to support her tomorrow night if you're interested in supporting tomorrow night. Okay, so from the texter, friend of the show, Diver Joey, says he wants to make a donation to Salsa to set him up. So big thank you to Diver Joey, who comes through.
Now, he needs to be specific to the Pink Warrior House or to us right now at Sadie's.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Right now at Sadie's.
Is he trying to help Salsa dance or our addiction to Sadie Salsa? Which one is it, Diver Joey?
One cause is slightly better than the other.
Yeah.
You choose.
Yeah, you tell us.
Uh-huh.
I'd love to have some Sadie's, but Mr. Scott Isham told me to stay away from chips after he pulled my tooth out.
Oh.
Hey.
I'm not able to indulge.
It's funny you said that about Scott because he's joining us on the show today.
Yeah.
And today, because I knew he was joining us, I bit into an apple for the first time. Like, without cutting it
How
out.
was it?
With my new teeth.
How'd it go? You scared?
I was scared. Yeah. I can only tell the tooth, and I was scared.
I also hate chips, Scott Isham. Bleep Eric Estrada.
Our Isham Dental soundbite of the day is also very good. It's the best thing to happen with the NFL draft schedule release yesterday. So we're going to play that. It is the Chargers roasting Harrison Buckner.
I love that so much. I thought it was my turn to do the soundbite of the day, and I got a gem as well.
We'll do
so
two.
since Scott's
Yeah,
here,
we'll
we
do
might have
two.
to double dip.
I like the way we're doing this. Okay.
See, the NFL basically was like, that's not our man's.
Yeah, they did. Well, they were like, hey, what's a word stronger than distance? Because
Uh-huh.
that's what we want from all HB over there.
We
That's
will
not
put
our
him
boy.
down
No. And then
and distance
and the
him
Chargers
from us.
The Chargers were like, how many primetime games we get? Nah, fam, we're going to keep this relevant.
Mhm.
Like, we're going to push this out there. Not going to let you. Ugh.
There's a petition with over 100,000 signatures for the Chiefs to get rid of him.
Do you remember 5 minutes ago, boys?
First off, not going to happen. He didn't say anything that outrageously dumb, just wildly culturally insensitive.
And dumb.
And I don't know if you remember a gentleman by the name of Raishi Rice, who's been doing way worse things over and over again. He's still on the squad.
I'm going to talk about this at length because the worst part about the NFL is the NFL. I've been on this for a minute now.
A lot of self-sabotage with those people.
And what the NFL did was all of last year, they brought Swifties.
Mhm.
They brought every Swiftie that they could find to the NFL.
Yeah.
And now they're like,
Parlayed it.
and it's not just like any team and any player. It's a guy who plays with Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
stay barefoot and dirty-footed and hang out in my kitchen. And all the negative things that you could say about women. Also, I read today, his mom is a physicist. This is why he's such a crappy human being, because she wasn't taking her vocation as a mother.
I mean,
she was busy being a physicist.
And then a physicist, not really a geneticist, but she probably knows that this stuff often skips a generation. So that's why he's an idiot.
You know what they say, freedom of speech until you offend somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who says that? Is that like an Eric Strauss thing? Is that like your KKOB showing over here?
No, it's all in the Instagram comments about this. Pretty much, I'm a big comments guy. I like to read the room, and that's what everyone's saying is like, okay, we're not agreeing, but the First Amendment's just being.
Well, the First Amendment has nothing to do with private business. So let's be incredibly clear on that. But then, secondly, no, say dumb stuff.
It's
get treated dumb.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you said it right there. You have freedom of speech, not freedom of consequences.
No.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But guess what?
like that.
I get to say stuff right back to you.
You know who's not going to mess with him?
Yeah.
The United States federal government.
Yeah.
The IRS is not going to tax him more for saying dumb stuff. You know who is going to tax him?
Yeah.
The Kansas City fan base, and now the Chargers.
But he's going to court for this.
Well,
But that court is the court of public opinion, and it's not going well for this guy.
God, dude.
No jersey sales, all merchandise. If it was big to begin with,
I'm looking on eBay right now.
Hey, there's a certain
on sale.
Yeah, 1 penny free shipping.
Hey, but here's the thing: I'll buy it and I'll give it to Van, and that's Van's Halloween costume.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so this year let's do each other's costumes.
Okay.
Isaiah, are you? Well, hold on. Let's see if Isaiah gets through the summer. Let's be realistic here. We know how producers work on this show.
Yeah.
We know the deal. NFL schedule came out. Only 2 teams are underdogs in every single game. Do you guys want to guess, or you just want me to tell you? I don't like guess radio, but we'll do it today because there's a bunch of these stupid little facts.
I'm finding some Harrison Butker jersey links, and there's no real ones in the United States of America. You got to buy them. No one ever bought a kicker jersey.
Here's what we got to do. Put up an eBay listing right now. Open up eBay, go to post, say Harrison Buckner jersey, and then just put on a kitchen apron.
The new AliExpress has got them.
Oh God, you know you'd have to Google to find that woman hating,
yes,
bigoted, Bigfoot kicker.
It's already in the algorithm. They'll find it. They will find it.
The people looking for it actually will find it easily because of their algorithm.
Yeah.
Misogynistic trash bag.
Yeah, that he should not have to take out to the trash. It should be done before he gets home because he was blessed by God.
People just Google Archie Bunker and Morgan Wallen had a baby.
Oh,
and they're like Jersey.
We've done the Morgan Wallen talk on the show. Hey, if there's like a show in town, if there's like a concert, there's a thing going on, there's a group of people in my life that only reach out for tickets. There are people that are not friends to me until they want something. I know who you guys are. I'm not confused. And whenever those people reached out for those Morgan Wallen tickets, I said, number one, I'm not giving them to anyone because
you should pay double.
Yeah. And secondly, you've now actually removed yourself from receiving any other tickets ever because I'm not one to help you in that situation. Weirdos.
Yes.
Also, Brooks and Dunn is coming down on the 1st. Woo! I'm in a tough spot here. So my wrestling promotion got asked to be part of another wrestling promotions event in Colorado.
Interesting.
On June the 1st.
That's fast.
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing about Duke City Championship Wrestling. It's the best. Okay.
Everybody knows that.
People are very aware. So do I skip Brooks and Dunn for work? Or do I claim Brooks and Dunn is work?
Which it is.
Yeah. And then skip work for Brooks and Dunn.
We got to go see our old buddy Kicks.
Kicks. We brought you some canned cocktails from Taylor.
Brought you some watermelon walk-offs, Kicks.
Let's get loose, buddy. And hit wherever they're playing the next night, because this is a Saturday night, so Phoenix or Denver or Dallas or whatever. Yeah. Kicks will be like, stay on the bus.
I know they're like seasoned pros. They're legends in the game. Yep. I don't think at their age they do a lot of back-to-backs anymore. I bet they got a day off. We can drink a lot of Teller with Kicks.
You don't think they just do Friday, Saturdays? Because I do. I think that's their schedule.
And they go to the next town, pack up, relax, go for a round of golf. Yeah.
That's what it is. Because you're only playing the hits.
Yeah.
If you're Brooks and Dunn. Any band that had like a top tenor in the 80s, 90s, and now to the point probably early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like, not all of 2000s, but early 2000s. Like, I only want to see your greatest hits.
Sure.
I'm not interested.
Duran was just here. I don't think they're doing any of their experimental noisecore stuff.
They do that?
Yes.
Oh, that's wild.
Everybody gets bored and tries some new stuff out.
They don't.
Like Nelly doing country.
Nelly's been doing country since 2004 over and over again.
The album is called Country Grammar. It was not country music. There's a huge difference.
Country Grammar is 2000, and that's a completely different album.
Also, we've mentioned Nelly on this program in back-to-back days. We had a strict rule that it's once a week tops.
Well, it's because it's now.
We're going to get in big trouble.
It's spring turning into summer, so it's getting hot in here.
Not in here. It's lovely inside Sadie's on 4th.
Super nice. NFL schedule talk until we vomit whenever we get back. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal live from Cities up for come hang out.
This report.
in all of their scheduled games.
Okay, that checks out. I thought you said something different at first, and it kind of threw me for a loop, but you were speaking pretty clean English. My bad.
That's okay.
Yeah, they suck. They'll probably win the first and second pick next year.
So New England is set. They got the quarterback.
Whom?
They got the new
Drake May?
They got a sweet head coach.
That's mostly true-ish.
They're that team. And
the problem is there's 53 dudes, and they got like 8 good ones.
And Carolina is going to represent the NFC South in the playoffs this year. Both these teams are going to be game-changing teams.
They're not going to represent the NFC South at the Pro Bowl. That team is garbage.
That's sweet.
No one is good on that. Carolina's 3 years away at best if everything goes right.
Do you know who also
New England too
was an underdog in every game last year when the season came out last year, Van? Do you know what team?
Who?
The Houston Texans.
No, they weren't. They were going to go 500 anyways.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
Houston had the bones of a good football team. Now they got a quarterback.
They were, and this is no exaggeration, at schedule release, an underdog in every single game. And I'm telling you, Carolina is that team this year.
I will willing to be taking that bet with you. What's the over-under on wins here?
Arizona was also in this boat, and I'm going to recognize that they didn't have the season that the Texans had, but these teams ended up pretty good.
Now, Arizona's one that could surprise because their quarterback doesn't suck, and they got one of the best wide receivers immediately.
The Patriots have the toughest schedule in the NFL based on Super Bowl odds.
Is that because they're bad, or is that just based on Super Bowl odds? That's got to be. So that means all the teams who have the best odds to go, that's what they're going off.
Well, obviously the division is really tough. So, and because of their last place schedule games against the Bengals, Chargers, and Bears, those are all supposed to be much better teams than last year. They were all last place teams last year. So it's just of teams favored to go to the Super Bowl. New England has to play the most of them most often.
Okay, gotcha.
New England, their over-under for wins and next football season is 4.5.
Okay.
I think they're going to win 5 games. So I don't want to take that bet. If it was 5.5, I'd say bet any number.
Do you play May or do you play Brissett whenever the schedule looks so tough?
You play Brissett all year.
No.
Let May sit. Let May learn. Wait another year, get some more pieces, get some more draft picks, get some more free agents, and then roll the dice with your second-year quarterback. Don't start Drake May. You're going to suck.
$10 million, name 5 Patriots players. Would you be able to do it?
For $10 million, Tom
Name
Brady,
5 Patriots players.
Randy Moss, Julian Edelman.
Smart guy.
I got you. I can do it. They're not going to be the Panthers. The Panthers are going to win the South. The NFC South sucks. The Panthers and the growth of their quarterback.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, the legend, is going to let that squad lose to the Panthers twice? There's no way.
Help me out.
There is no way.
I can't remember the last time Baker Mayfield had 2 good seasons in a row.
This year. this coming year.
He's not that dude. He's got Jared Goff disease.
Well, all he has to do is win 9, maybe 10 games, and they're going to win the South.
They re-signed Mike Evans, didn't they? Pretty sure they re-signed Mike. Yeah,
he's back. They're getting the band back together. He'll be fine again.
He ain't that dude.
They got a good defense. They got a deep running back core. Baker Mayfield's that guy.
He's
and also
competitive.
Kirk, I'm a solid 15.5. Cousins, the most average NFL quarterback, is going to play extremely average once again with better weapons in Atlanta. There is no way the Carolina Panthers in any universe is going to win that division.
He will lose in week 1 against the Steelers.
Oh, that's fine. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, he'll lose to the Steelers. He just has to, again, you have to win 9 games to win the NFC South. If you win 10, Smooth sailing, baby.
We will be sitting here on September the 10th talking Week 1 NFL football. And the Carolina Panthers will be sitting 1-0, undefeated in division. Champions.
Do they play the Patriots week 1?
You know they don't play the Patriots in week 1.
If they play the Patriots week 1, I'm with you. Any other NFL team, you are incorrect.
They got a cupcake week 1. The New Orleans Saints. And this helps with my theory because the Saints will then obviously get a loss. I'm telling you.
I bet the Saints come in as a touchdown favorite. Six and a half point favorite.
And they lose. They lose to the Panthers. And a lot of, like, right now, a lot of friends of the show is like, hey, man, there's a lot of Panthers talk right now, dude. They got no national games. Why are you putting it out there for them like that? Why be that guy? Because how often do I put my neck out there on a statement like this, something so ridiculous as it's perceived by the normie fan?
Oh, it is more than ridiculous. It is flat out stupid.
Yeah? Well, I'm going to die on this hill because I'm going to be very correct.
If you can put in an entry on that for $5, you'll win $300,000 on the Panthers winning the division.
Is that a real thing?
Do it now. Book it.
I'll book it right now.
On some website, it's definitely a thing.
I have $5 that I'm willing.
But you gotta move some money around though. You gotta get it out of your Prize Picks account from all them Goblin Green wins.
Me and Prize Picks are at odds right now. It made me feel a certain way.
The thing about the Falcons, though, is Kirk Cousins, I feel like he does better when you really expect him to do terrible or when his back's against the wall, which is why I think he's managed to keep getting paid. Like, I think a clutch situation is one thing. Like, yeah, he may choke or do something stupid then. But I think, like, in between Sundays when he's tested, I think that's when he does the best. And I think with Penix being there, the first game he even has a bad quarter, those chirps are going to start coming. And I think that's going to push him to always be just good enough to not get benched and keep the Falcons, like, in playoff contention. I think they'll stay in the picture because he's not going to let them fall out because he knows it'll cost him his job.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Falcons are going to win the division, and the Buccaneers might sneak into the playoffs. If the Falcons got to deal with some injuries, maybe the Buccaneers leapfrog them. But I think very comfortably I can pick the Atlanta Falcons to win that division.
Guys,
the worst division.
It's the worst division, and everyone's going to sleep on my Carolina Panthers.
$5 for your Carolina Panthers will win you 75 Smackerinos.
For the division?
For the division.
All right.
They are plus 1,400.
Is this
$100 gets you $1,500.
Is this a trusted website?
Yes.
I will give you $5 right now.
I don't want your $5.
This is how much. No, I'm doing it for you. I want you to have. I want you to have $75.
Buy it. That's not how it works. I just get $5 and you don't get 75.
I know what I know.
Okay.
And when I'm looking at these schedules,
show me the ticket.
I will go.
Go with me. Go with me to the book.
Deal.
You put some Carolina Panthers futures down and then take a screenshot of that ticket and let the world see that you hate $5 bills.
Also,
you hate Abraham Lincoln more than Donald Trump.
Bryce Young is going to win Rookie of the Year.
That's impossible.
Is he going to invent a time machine first?
Just telling you.
Comeback Player of the Year in his second year.
He is my breakout candidate of the year. Like, he's, of all the dudes, people are like, name a guy, right? Michael Wilson in Arizona. Like, all those guys that didn't quite do it last year and you thought they were going to do it. It will be Bryce Young this year.
Do you think he's like the sixth man of the year? There's not a comeback player.
What is the?
He's not even the sixth. He's not even the sixth best player on the Panthers.
What's the name of that tight end you like in Green Bay so much, but just kind of sucked? The current one,
Musgrove.
Yeah,
They got two good ones.
Musgrove to me is like Young, to where like both of these guys are about to have the two biggest years.
Everybody on the Packers is going to eat this year.
That's what I'm saying. And it's the same thing with Young.
Looking at that schedule, Packers might go 14-3, 13-4. They got dealt a pretty good hand.
No.
Eagles, Niners, and Texans are the only legitimately good teams. 2 against the Lions, of course.
Scott Isham joins us when we get back from the break. It's our Isham Dental Soundbite of the day, and it's very much relevant to the NFL schedule release. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. The program. Welcome back to 2 Men On Live at Cities on 4. Scott Isham's with us.
What's
What's going on, guys? How you guys been?
Decent.
I have a real good smile. So you put your fingers in my mouth, then you put your fingers in Isaiah's mouth. Talk to us about the experiences. How do they juxtaposition?
Oh, both of them were. You guys were the best patients ever.
That's
there.
That's awesome. Now Isaiah told me you told him he couldn't eat Sadie's salsa on chips.
Just on chips, yeah. Just to avoid that area, because if it gets in there and messes up the little bone graft we placed in there, cause some trouble.
What is a bone graft?
So we use a synthetic bone. I extracted his tooth.
Where is it now?
Yeah. Where is it now?
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy, of course.
Nice.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah, get it on the back end
On the
too.
back end, yeah.
Smart, Scott. Yeah.
She comes by and picks them up every night. So
If I was Isaiah, I would have been like, put it in a paperweight. I'm keeping it forever.
Yeah.
It's on my desk.
See my new chain.
Yeah. Oh, that's a sweet one.
Yeah, I don't want that one.
So you know every day we do the Isham Dental soundbite of the day.
oh yeah.
All right, so we got one for you. Today's Isham Dental soundbite of the day. I like this song.
Classic.
Is this just nostalgia? Is this what we're doing? So this is, and I don't know if you saw this yet, but then we're not going to play the whole thing. The Chargers did their schedule release video entirely in the Sims 4 video game. Are you guys familiar with this?
No way.
So they put complete roast on all their opponents via the Sims,
Okay.
including Harrison Buckner in the kitchen. So it's very good, boys.
That is super
Oh, yeah.
smart.
Very good. You can contact Scott Isham over at Isham Dental, ishamdentalab.com, 505-881-0422. Exclusive offer online when you submit your informations. Free exam, free x-rays, 3 visits will get you the dentures that you need and deserve.
Yep.
It's that easy.
Yeah. It's that easy.
If Isaiah had dentures, could he eat chips?
Yeah.
Will he ever return to a chips life?
Yes, he will. Probably about 2-3 weeks.
That's
It's
exciting.
actually not that far off. Van?
You could deal without chips for like 2 or 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's quicker than I
Good.
thought it would be.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
What's your
great news for
go-to
me.
chip?
Oh, good
You
question.
like a Taki guy, hot Cheeto guy,
Love talking.
Nah.
regular Sadie's tostadas?
I'm sure those are fire from Sadie's, but me, I'm a Dorito guy.
Oh,
Just regular nacho cheese, Cool Ranch.
I'll go with the nacho cheese. Have you tried those with Dorito with nachos? Nacho
They are
Nacho
nachos.
cheese with nachos. You double down on the
What are you-
nachos.
yeah, what are you doing, dude?
Yes, it is a great flavor enhancement.
How did you
Nachos.
pass a drug test?
What are you
for
going
cumin?
on about, dude? I like that dollar bag one you get at the corner store.
What's
Yes.
the new purple ones? Like the sweet heat or something like that? What
Oh,
are the
sweet chili. I eat
sweet
those
chili?
all the time.
Those are good.
Yeah.
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 I mess with those.
All right, so Scott, help us. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend what potato chip?
fried Dorito.
Mashed.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
Now, because Scott is here, a bonus Isham soundbite of the day.
I'm grateful to get another MVP, but for me, it's just basketball. I don't know why other players cry when they get this trophy. What I do is I end up giving it to my horses to play with. That brings joy in my heart.
His horses.
I love him so much.
Nikola Jokic gives his MVP
Jokic.
trophy to his horses.
They give
brings
them
them joy.
horses to play with. It brings them joy.
He says, "I don't know why people cry." You could have left that part out.
He's so funny.
Well,
he is so funny.
You don't.
it kind of reminds me of when Emmett Smith got the Goblin Turkey Award for
Uh-huh.
Thanksgiving Day, and he just threw it away because he thought it was a joke. And so he threw it in the garbage.
Yeah, what would you do with it? It's a stupid looking award.
Yeah, but still, that's kind of what.
That turducken thing that you're talking about, whatever that trophy thing was,
Yeah,
this happened. How have we done this on air? I don't know if we've done this bit. So I used to do a bit on whenever the NFL introduced Cletus the robot. Are you familiar with Cletus the robot? So the NFL on Fox had a
Oh,
robot.
the Fox robot.
The
Yeah,
Fox-
sure.
His name is Cletus,
Cletus.
named after a Simpsons character at the time because that was the big Fox show was The Simpsons.
Yeah.
So, anyways, similar to like how the ice scopes got stuck with their stupid name so many years later, like same idea. And I'm thinking the Venn diagram of like football fan and animated country bumpkin robot fan. And I'm like, these are not perfect circles.
No, not at all.
What are we introducing this weird robot for to the world of pro football? Obviously, this is the take from like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
I thought
very,
the robot
very
was
relevant.
Cool. I love the robot.
Yeah.
Look,
And he's not there anymore. I can't.
the
Yeah.
bummer.
Why Cletus,
I
though?
wonder when he.
Yeah, they replaced the robots with jacked cartoons.
Oh, that's right.
Super veiny, muscly cartoon. That's a bad choice, Fox.
All right,
Heavy on the Y Cletus.
So
Yes, why Cletus?
So here, how Cletus became the mascot for NFL broadcast. Blah 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 blah. All right, here we go. The giant robot is cheesy. Oh, this is from Sporting News, which is the best of the magazines for sports, based out of St. Louis, Missouri. The giant robot is cheesy, over the top, and essentially what happens if you put shoulder pads and a helmet on a transformer. That was it.
But why Cletus?
It has shown up on The Simpsons.
Yep.
Only to be yelled at by Homer that, quote, no one likes you, after doing a dance to the NFL on Fox theme song on a Simpsons episode. So there you go.
Should have named it something with Tron at the end.
Cletustron?
Yeah, Cletron.
What?
Or he's really big, so you could call him like Mega.
Not Megatron.
That one's taken.
Yeah.
Oh, bad idea.
The robot got its name in 2007 via a fan poll 2 years after its introduction.
The fan poll.
It was part of a progression.
Don't let fans decide anything.
For a dancing robot appearing sporadically in 2005, becoming a regular in 2006, and then in 2007, finally getting a human name, which makes it a pet. So there you go.
Roboty McRobot
When
face.
did they get rid of him?
Go fish. I don't know.
I think only a few years.
Yeah,
a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
So he was supposed to be goofy? Like are you saying he was supposed to be like a goofy like robot? I mean, I for some reason I thought it was cool. I thought
He always did the dance moves.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because my stomach was usually sick because I usually saw that before a Cowboys game and I was extremely nervous.
He wears number 34 because Walter Payton wore 34. Also, he was used in a bunch of remakes for Halo 2 cutscenes, and I guess that was a big deal. So they're trying to get video game guys, football fans, and fans of country bumpkin robots.
Yeah.
And MIT graduates in robotics.
It was designed by a kid. A child drew it. So there you go. Scott, tell us about the shop. How can people come in? How can they see you? How can you put your fingers in their mouth?
Yeah, just call 881-0422. Make an appointment. We do dentures, implants, extractions. That's my go-to right there. Dentures, 1 day, 3 appointments all in 1 day. Get
So
you 6-7 hours out with teeth.
That's wild. I didn't even believe you when you first told me that you could do it all in 1 day.
Yeah.
So I just looked up Cletus NFL Robot 34, and it auto-filled Rule 34. Don't click this, guys.
Yeah,
Don't click on.
I'm familiar with what Rule 34 is.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Will the Cumulus internet block it? Click on it.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
The second click will get blocked.
Medicare A and B over with you. How does that work? You can kind of walk in with what you got, and you help people figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. If don't know what insurance you have, come in. We'll look it up for you, or we'll get you in contact with a insurance rep that will get you signed up if you need insurance or switched over. So fairly easy.
All joking aside, and this is like not a joke, but all joking aside, the biggest barrier to getting dental help is like walking through the door.
Yeah.
Like there's not like sitting there and letting an expert like you do the work is not hard, but it's kind of getting that gumption or get through that gate that is the entryway. It may have been the most comfortable experience I ever had. Like no punchline there.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, I try making it like there's no judgment. It's a judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
Call me the what's
the Planet Fitness of
dentistry.
Dentist work.
Yeah.
You said my teeth looked like a cheese grater. I remember you saying that.
That was on the inside. He just read my mind. No. So we try. Like, there's no judgment. You come in, we start helping you. We don't care how you got there, like why your teeth are bad, whatever it is. You come in, we fix it. There's no, there's a lot of dentists that I've heard that will just badmouth you and make you feel bad because you let your teeth get this bad. That's not how we operate.
Van is going in there because he has a bad mouth.
Dirty mouth.
Dirty mouth. That's different.
One of the Stafford boys walked up to us earlier while we were here at Sadie's on 4th and says, I went like a lot of years without brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
Like everyone just kind of has their own approach or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So however you got there, however you end up come seeing me, like I'm there to, at that point, we move forward, fix you up, get you done. Yeah.
Do you become friends with everyone or is it just me and Isaiah?
No, probably. I try being nice. Well, I treat everybody the same, hanging out with you guys is a different.
Well, and you're like way more available now that the Black Knights are out of the playoffs.
Yeah. Not Black Knights.
Golden Knights.
Come on, man.
That's how little Fred knows about hockey.
I call Scott multiple weekends in a row. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, Vegas, man, my hockey team.
Yeah, we I was lucky to get out there twice to see a couple playoff games. So
you talk to me like you're a lifelong fan of the Golden Knights. They've been around for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I've been a fan for 5 minutes. I'll admit it. No,
day one, baby.
Yeah. See, no, I
We're
wish
only on day 4, but a day one fan.
I wish I could say we were even day one fans. We became fans the year before last.
Yeah.
We went to one game, kind of enjoyed the game.
Like drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it once, and then
needed more hockey.
more hockey. Yeah. So then we ended up going to a couple playoff games this year, and it was good. It's been fun.
Do you consider yourself a jinx now?
I think so because I'm also a Cowboy fan, so I kind of feel like that might be yeah.
How do you think about our off season, Scott?
Oh man, I don't know. That's going to be. Well, we had no room on the cap to do anything for one.
Jerry hinted at going for a trade. Hopefully, that gets us a running back.
Won't happen.
No,
you got a Zeke.
We got Zeke back, bro.
Yeah. Scott Isham, you're going to eat dinner with your family.
Yeah. Can eat Sadie's. It's going to be good.
You're the best, brother.
Yep.
Whenever we get back from the break, I'm going to tell you the team got the worst schedule of all the schedules in the NFL. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Men on. Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And
Stand by.
Amory Castillo. This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
Little impromptu prize picks.
Now, hold on. Before we do our prize picks,
Okay.
we're just going to gloss over the fact, because our friend Scott Isham from Isham Dinner Rolls here, that we're going to not pay any attention at all whatsoever to Nikola Jokic calling out every NBA in history who got their award and cried because it's the crowning achievement of all their hard work and effort. And he told everyone that he lets his horses play with his MVP trophy. We're not going to put any effort into this.
Here's how little I know about the NBA MVP trophy. I'm going to look it up to make sure I know what it looks like. NBA MVP trophy. And there's like sports fan out there right now. There's friends of the show out there. It's like, you're a professional sports talk radio show host. What do you mean you don't know what the NBA Most Valuable Player Award looks like? Neither do you. Okay, I'm not trying to be a jerk right now, but really reserve that stuff. It is a stupid trophy. I just looked at it.
It's like the NBA logo, but you just like stretched it out. Like you just elongated it.
It doesn't even look like Nikola.
Maybe that's why he hates it.
It's a Michael Jordan is what it is. There you go. Now you know. The NBA championship trophy is pretty good.
Well, that's not Nikola's to give to his horse.
Oh, yeah,
The MVP trophy, that's his to do whatever the hell he wants with it. And instead of like, I don't know, raffling it off for charity or giving it to his mom or making a really cool trophy case, he lets his horses play with it. This is the most wonderful thing I've ever heard.
If I was like in Denver media, I would have so many horse questions ready all the time for Nikola Jokic.
To really engage him.
That's all I would ask.
Yeah.
Like whatever on the court or whatever. But I'd be like, Nikola, what's your opinion on LASIK surgery being like mastered on horses for all those years?
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be like, very cool.
That was against the practice originally. Yeah.
But now horse very fast.
I advise people to go actually watch the video because, like, you may think that he was just joking, but his facial expression, unless he's one of those guys that can completely put on a stone face while he's joking.
All right, so we've been over this on the show before because Van has pointed that out to me that he might be Andy Kaufman.
Yeah,
and I also don't know. Like, I do not know if he is Andy Kaufman.
I mean, he's leaning so hard into it. He's years into this bit.
Yeah,
if he's pulling Andy Kaufman, Tony Clifton thing, like behind closed doors, he's actually like a fun-loving guy. Like there's videos of him after the championship of like partying and dancing at a club.
Sure,
like you've never seen anything like that before. And then he goes off, and you see videos of him like having fun and dancing. But we've never seen that at an interview, in real time. Like the only time I've seen him drink a beer was in a parade. The only time I've ever seen him dancing was after the parade. Besides that, just a stone-cold, stone-faced killer.
I, for a lot of years, lived like a double life where I was like, I think I've told you, but I worked for municipal government. I worked for a university for a lot of years where like I was a teacher, where like I didn't tell jokes. I wasn't funny.
Right.
I was this thing. And it's a wild approach to life because you end up just disconnecting yourself entirely to that existence. You end up just pretending like that part of your life doesn't exist. And if Nikola Jokic is there, like if he just wakes up from like dream every day after the whistle blows in the final part of basketball, and then he's alive, I mean, that's real dark stuff to be living.
I mean, if you want to see the playbook, just watch Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes all the way into it to where he actually turned into a gangster. If he's really going full Andy Kaufman on this and just being the horse guy who doesn't care about basketball and immediately like he refuses to let the championship trophy over at his house, he lets his horse play with the MVP trophy. If he's really that guy, I'm so into it. And if he is putting on a bit for us and he's years and years and years into this shtick, I love it even more.
Well, no, there's actually this video of him where, like, I'm pretty sure I think it's someone asked him a question, like, how he really felt about the series being extended. This was last year during the finals. And his number one reason for being upset that they lost one of the games was not because they lost, but it was because he had to stay in the States longer. Like, he was literally wanting to go back home. So he wanted the season to end so he could hurry up and go back home.
It is horse season. I must be forced to play basketball. Can you trade me to Washington Bullets?
Trade me now. Ugh. I got the worst schedule in the NFL, okay?
Okay.
This team got it worse than any other team in the NFL. Do you want to take one guess, or do you want me to hand it to you?
One guess. I'm going to say the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs.
No, they have the best.
They do?
They do.
Okay.
They have more national games than anyone. They have.
I just meant the strength of schedule. That's what I was assuming. You mean no one's ever going to watch them?
Well, this team will get watched, and you'll watch them lose 8 in a row. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to assume you're talking about COVID truther and ayahuasca user Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
No, but the Aaron Rodgers one's going to be super forced narrative all season long.
Yeah. They're in primetime night games 6 out of their first 8 weeks.
Well, because they know they're going to suck after that, and there's no reason
Jets
to put them back.
Year.
Yeah. No, it won't be all year. It'll be the first 6 games. And whenever flex time comes, no. Also, you can't outflex Christmas, can't outflex the 21st of December, can't outflex Fridays. There's some stuff that can't be flexed. The Pittsburgh Steelers got it worse than anyone.
Okay. Go on.
So their final 8 weeks, that's where all their divisional games are. The final 8 weeks.
All right.
Also, smashed into that, they got to play the Chiefs.
Okay, not good.
They got to play the Eagles.
Ouch.
So 8 of their last 8 weeks, all divisional games, and the Chiefs and the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you don't go into this 9-0, you don't have a winning season. Like, this is going to be very bad for let me give it to you. They open up against the Falcons, which I told you they...
Probably an L.
For the Falcons.
No, I think the Falcons will beat the Steelers.
They then play the Broncos.
Hey, that's a win. Congratulations.
Chargers.
Whew, coin flip.
Colts.
They'll probably beat the Colts.
Cowboys.
They'll lose the Cowboys.
Raiders.
Coin flip, but I lean Raiders.
Jets.
Coin flip, but I lean Jets.
Giants.
That's a win. That's a bye week.
Washington Guardians.
That's a win.
So we realistically see, 8 wins here, maybe 9? 9 wins to start the season?
6-3, if you rattled off all those.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
And I'm going to go ahead and say 9-0. I'm going to say it's the best start in the you can possibly have, all right?
All right.
Are you ready for this?
All right.
Ravens.
L.
Browns.
I'm not a Deshaun Watson guy, obviously, so that's a win.
Press pause. Did you see his back tattoo?
Deshaun Watson's back tattoo?
Isaiah, stop.
Oh, my goodness.
Stop. Pull it up right now.
Okay.
We're not talking about what we're talking about because I didn't know you losers were so untuned into the world of
I have
sports.
him blocked from my algorithm.
Oh, yeah, with the Super Bowl ring.
You got it. It's a dire bag, and he's got a blank Super Bowl. He's got a blank Super Bowl ring.
Martin Luther King with a snapback on.
Oh my gosh, he's got his girlfriend on his left back. What's that thing called? It's not a back sep. What's that thing called? Shoulder blade. He's got.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It says "More Glory" at the top, the way that one of those really terrible Van Dutch shirts in the early 2000s lettering. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God! Is that just the camera angle, or is that MLK with ashy lips?
Yeah.
Hold up. Not that you guys would ever be in the mindset of a Deshaun Watson, but from his defense, his lady stuck through him this whole massage situation. So if I'm him, she's getting tatted on.
I like money too. So I mean,
She's getting tatted on my
don't
back
dislike
if I'm
money. It's not the root of all my life.
There's the two girls from The Shining in the middle, except for marionettes, and one's different size, and that doesn't make any sense. Also, everything I'm saying is accurate, friend of the show. Every single thing.
Is that an astronaut in the bottom left?
There's, for some reason, an astronaut.
Why is there an astronaut?
I don't know, because it's floating over an Earth that's not completely round,
Okay.
which is whatever, and then the word 6, but instead of an S, spelled with the number 6, so the number 6IX. Also, a bunch of negative space, like snowflakes with names in them throughout it, because he's gone black ink on black skin everywhere else. This is all very real.
That might be fallen friends or family members. I'm not touching that. But everything else is awful.
He has the apartment, I'm assuming that he grew up in, the A4 building. I don't know what that is, on his rib cage, and then a diamond with 4 4s. Isaiah, what's that? Is numbers 4? That's got to have something to do with it.
Nope. A lot of people, they think it's their angel number, so I'm sure he believes that's his angel number.
What's an angel number?
Their lucky number.
Yeah.
Mine.
When we're just going to gloss over the creepy cookie candy wrapper Mickey and Minnie Mouse thing going on there. What is that?
And I'm shocked that you guys haven't. I know I already pointed it out, but MLK in a snapback.
Yeah.
And he's grabbing the rim of he's grabbing the rim of the snapback, or is he throwing up the peace sign? It's one of the two.
I can't tell. Either way, it's both awful.
Now, you guys know how he treats massage, like masseuses. How does he treat tattoo artists?
He probably was sedated for this, I would imagine.
That's a considerable amount of work.
The internet is saying where it says more glory, they thought it said more glory holes.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so people are saying here 444 is the number of women that he sexually assaulted.
That's pretty good.
Yep, so that's pretty good there.
People are saying here.
Oh,
man.
Doesn't, like, you guys feel cool about Ben Affleck, right? Like, he's not that weird now.
I don't know the history.
Don't Google Ben Affleck's back, because it was the most laughable thing of all time till now.
Well, J-Lo doesn't care, I guess. Whatever.
So that Super Bowl ring's like never getting filled in.
He has other rings next to it, which I'm assuming are like
state and national championships.
Did he win both those things?
He was a national championship with Clemmy, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about state, though. Like, I don't know about that stuff.
He had to have dominated high school.
Who's this other gal on his other shoulder blade?
Might be mother.
I mean, this is
lady and mom.
It's the bearded lady, guys. I'm like looking at her. Like, that's not a good.
Yeah, that's not a great depiction. Whoever that is going to be very upset. Unless it makes them look better. I'm not sure.
The Martin Luther King snapback hat says, I have a dream on it in the exact same font of Make America Great Again.
If that was his intention, that's the only thing I like about this.
Dream Chaser? Does that have something to do with Meek Mill?
I think they misspelt Dream Catcher.
Oh, is that what that is?
Maybe my Southwest is showing.
Dude, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen all time. From a dude that I low-key hate more than any other athlete.
High key.
My goodness, this is awful.
If Deshaun Watson was a key on a piano I owned, I would throw that whole piano away. Like, I hate Deshaun Watson.
This is just more fuel for the fire, too.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk.
The way that you tap.
Can you imagine living your whole damn life with a blank Super Bowl ring on your back? He's not going to win a Super Bowl.
I mean, unless you fill it in with, like, most sexual assaults of all time.
Watch him just be like a bench player in 8 years for a juggernaut of a team.
Drew Bledsoe is way into one.
It's a good point. That could happen.
Literally, though.
They open up against Dallas. Is that right?
Correct.
I'm the biggest Dallas Cowboy fan in the whole world right now. Every week, I'm the biggest fan of a new team. Here's what I'm doing. We were talking about my $5 bet that I'm going to put on the Panthers.
Okay.
We're going down to whatever sportsbook. and I am taking the Browns in a loss every single week.
I love it.
Individually, I'm doing them. I'm not going to parlay that. That's ridiculous.
I love it so much.
But that is my thing.
Cleveland Browns are right in the middle, 8.5. Let's bet the under, and just out of sheer will, they lose more games than that.
Yeah, the other lady is his mother. You were right, Isaiah.
I actually guessed that without looking at it. I would say be careful with the Browns. Myles Garrett alone, he's due for a guaranteed 20 sacks. So him himself, I heard he shuts down offenses by himself. So.
Is Popeye on here?
Where are we seeing Popeye?
Oh, God, you're right. All the way in the bottom right, Oppo the astronaut. He's got...
Yep, that's Popeye.
That's Popeye's forearms. I don't even need to see his face. That's 100% Popeye's forearms.
Forever strong above the forearm.
Took 9 hours to complete.
Oh, God. How do you get a refund on a tattoo?
Oh, hey, this is real. He didn't pay for it. He traded a signed jersey for it.
That's it?
I would have been scared.
Well, no, it was an even trade. He traded something worthless for something worthless.
So the gal he's dating, her name is Jilly. I don't know what that is. But apparently she doesn't say anything publicly ever to anyone about anything.
Correct.
So so she's being paid to be real quiet.
She definitely, the whole time I was checking, I was one of those guys. I'm like, is she going to say something? And she just was following them and never said a word. She actually was still like reposting pictures of them and stuff.
I don't know who this lady is, but I do think I can visually recognize a person who is with another person for coin.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
Let's see how long they've been together.
How long has he been rich? Look that up.
Yeah, well, he won one state in high school, so I'm pretty sure she already knew where he was headed.
Oh, you think she had him targeted?
Yeah, like the end of Get Out, top 10 QBs in the state.
Oh, well.
He's mine.
I mean, this gal physically looks like she wouldn't struggle to end up with anyone. So, like,
just off the tattoos representation, or did you look at another picture?
I just saw like an actual picture of her. I mean, I don't know. She's just a pretty gal. I mean, I don't know how to say that, but I would imagine it's pretty surface level. Like, your dude, like, sexually assaults.
She's a looker.
A bunch of people. I promise when we get back, I continue down this Steelers thing because I thought this was a fun topic until I forgot that you guys weren't as culturally hip as I am with Deshaun Watson updates on how much he sucks.
I was doing a lot of choring today. I was surprised the algorithm didn't slap me in the face with this one.
What was it, Isaiah?
2019.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's money
guilty.
years.
She's guilty.
Yeah, 100%. It's 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 6. Also, I mean, I believe in true love, but I believe I know what that is, and this is not it. The sports animal. All right, we're back on the program, back live at Sadie's on 4th. You guys know I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I talk about it kind of more than it's relevant. And we were talking about Deshaun Watson's back tattoo, and I referenced the bearded lady. Well, the bearded lady grew up in the town, not grew up, she lived in the town that I lived in.
It's just so crazy.
Yeah, she lived down the street, and we were in the live chat on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and a guy that I played more basketball with growing up than any other human being on the planet, his name's Kyle, my very old friend Kyle. So he's like, I know you're talking about like our hometown's bearded lady. So during the break, Van pulls up the bearded lady from my hometown.
It exists on the internet.
Yeah, and I don't remember her name. Did it come up?
No, I didn't go that far.
Anyways, so you immediately said this is not a lady.
That's not a lady. Yeah.
It was a lady.
The biological male.
No.
For sure.
You
got duped, my friend.
And she was part of like
no trans rights talk, none of that.
No,
blah, blah, blah. We love you and support you.
And this was
talking about one specific person.
Yeah, and this was the 90s.
Yes, yeah.
And she was part of the traveling, I might not get this exactly correct, but Ripley's Believe It or Not, traveling freak show.
I've seen it.
You know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
So she was married to another performer who, I don't know what the terminology is for this on the radio, but a little performer?
Sure.
Okay. Like in the world of pro wrestling, it's called midget wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's a socially acceptable term.
Sure. When you're not a performer, just...
So if you're part of the live stream, facebook.com/talkabq or youtube.com/talkabq, here's more validation from friend of the show, Kyle, mentioning how, yes, very much so. So she was married to this little performer.
Yeah.
And they lived in, so we grew up.
And the little performer was male or female?
Male. So the town I grew up in, outside St. Louis, Missouri, all the homes were built out of these, not all, but the poor homes, like the one I grew up in, because I grew up dirt poor.
Yeah.
They were old converted Pullman rail cars.
Mm-hmm.
So there are these rail cars, Isaiah, that were just put down on plots of land, and then there were these shotgun style houses where it was just straight through living room, hallway, offset bathroom, kitchen, bedroom.
Yep.
And they were all in a row. So, kind of like your backyard house.
Yeah, it's literally a shotgun shack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know. I was going to say casita, but you're white. So I didn't know what the rule was there.
That casita's fine. We're in Albuquerque.
So,
yeah.
So anyway, so they lived in one of these, but Standard Oil, who had all the railroad stuff, they would put them next to each other and build duplexes out of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So they lived in one of the duplexes, but they would like walk around town. And us in the 90s, being like 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, whenever they would walk around town to go to like the corner store or here in Albuquerque, a bodega, whenever we would do like figure eights on our bikes around them in the street, like just
like a 11 or 12-year-old would do.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, hey, Gobstoppers are on sale. Believe it or not. Like, because of Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Right.
We were just little torments.
Yeah.
I forgot all about the bearded lady.
That's a crazy story, and for many reasons, I'm so glad you made it out of your hometown. And after hearing that story, I don't know if I would have made it out of town.
That's so weird, dude.
Why would you ever leave when you have a bearded lady and a performing little person living right down the street from you? I mean, that's home.
Like, it was the first Google result when you looked it up.
You've peaked so young. Like,
they lived on this dead end, and we used to play roller hockey on this dead end street because we didn't care if the puck hit our house. Because we were jerk little kids.
Because you're jerk little kids, yeah.
Looking at this to pick up where we left off a little bit. It says for Deshaun Watson and his girlfriend, one of their first dates, according to TMZ, was a 7 a.m. workout at a hot yoga studio and more than a 5-hour-long dinner. They've been locked in ever since.
The dinner was after the 7 a.m. workout? Like, what kind of schedule are they on?
Exactly what I was sitting here thinking. Maybe.
Well, they went home and showered, maybe, and then had a dinner?
And it was probably one of those spa places that also had what? Massage.
Mm-hmm.
He was double dipping for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you have a 7 a.m. yoga class, that's 60, maybe 90 minutes. And then 8 hours of massage all day.
So I have done,
and then a nice dinner.
I've done like the 7 a.m. yoga or hot yoga.
Yeah.
It ruins your whole day because you're trained.
The opposite. The exact opposite.
You have to shower and you can't get that out. Like it does. Do yoga at the end of the day.
I like it in the morning.
Oh, on a weekend.
Charges you. Yeah, charges you
on
up.
a work day?
Yeah. Hydrate, though.
Depends on the type of yoga. Some would just have your legs on your muscles on fire, but then there's some that just makes you feel like you can just move easier, get up and sit down easier.
I don't know.
Get out of your car a little more smooth.
So were your neighbors understanding that you were children, or were they fighting back at you? Were they yelling back at you, or was it tit for tat?
So you can imagine
quid pro quo.
You can imagine in the neighborhood where we all lived in converted rail cars next to performers at the Ripley's, believe it or not.
Decision-making skills were
Not
at an
strong.
all-time
No.
low. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It would be hard for me. It would be hard for my mom to come out and yell at me for teasing the neighbors when all she could do all day was just rip a cigarette after a cigarette all day long and ride the lawnmower out to the edge of the yard just so she could escape us kids.
I learned it from you,
Yes.
Mom.
I grew up with cigarette mom in the neighborhood. I smelled so bad going to public school.
And you had no idea.
And I had no idea. I thought it was normal. You know what I'm like? I'm like, hey, Van, I'm not going in your house. Your dog sheds too much. You live like a gross, like Neanderthal of a human being.
My house is immaculately clean, but there's also dog hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not because of your specific dog. That's because of childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Cannot do it.
And I used to smoke cigarettes. It's just perpetual PTSD with you.
I thought benzene was part of water. That's where I grew up. The worst one. I'm in high school, and they're like, "Hey, Fred, you should probably really consider a vocation." And I'm like, "I think I want to host the Tonight Show." And they're like, "No, brother, we don't work in entertainment from these parts."
Yeah, your trajectory are the mines.
Yes. Yeah. Have you ever considered working at the corner store to spend your money at the Walmart and coaching JV basketball? Because if you haven't, let's put that on your radar, big guy.
That's attainable goal.
Yeah, you got that.
Were you guys ding-dong ditching as kids?
That's not what we called it, Isaiah.
I hate to admit it, but
there was
me either.
another name.
Yes, there was.
Don't know what it was.
Yeah. They were knocking in Paris.
It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal. Oh, hard out on the commercial. That's my bad. All right, we're back on the program talking about our prize picks a little bit. So you guys know prize pick promo code KNML. You put in $100 up to $100. We will match you up to $100. Use our prize picks code KNML for your lineups. Okay, Van?
Okay.
So I am looking at our golf lineup from yesterday.
How's it going?
We're in the mix.
Yeah.
So John Daly was more than 77 strokes.
Called it.
Roy McIlroy was less than 69.5 strokes.
Called it.
Tiger Woods was less than 3.5 birdies or better.
Boom.
We're throwing out Brooks Koepka because he hit 4 on birdies or better. So that's going to take us from a 6er down to a 5er.
Down to a 5er.
Okay? So whenever you go down to a 5, we all know this. If you hit 3, you're already a winner. So,
Right.
So it's already coming back to us. Scotty Scheffler, we took more than 68.5 strokes, which would be
69.
nice. He's not done yet.
Right.
Okay.
That one doesn't look great.
What-
He looks
what-
like he's on pace to not get that.
What is
That's
he,
the one I told you not to do.
what is he
I said,
currently at?
don't bet against the little Sheffy boy.
Let's see how many strokes he's currently at right now. I'm going to pull it up.
He was 3 under through 9, which puts him on pace to beat it.
He's 4 under through 17, so he's going to beat it.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah. And then, so we're not going to get that one. And then Bryson DeChambeau, who is finished for the day, did not go more than 4.0 birdies or better. He went 3. He went less.
Okay.
So we are going to get our money back.
Okay.
So there you go. That's our golf update.
I got a WNBA update.
Wait, big thank you to Max Machado yesterday of Dirty's Golf Shop.
Oh,
who
totally.
Super helped us do all this. Also, you put out the stupidest social media today.
Uh-huh.
So let's put that out, too, because that was
Definitely.
unnecessary. Go ahead, Bam.
Caitlin Clark, I feel like I've been straight up bamboozled by this lady.
Okay.
She is not the GOAT, Triss. She is not her. She's not doing that damn thing. Creeping up till halftime in the game, and she's got 2 points.
So what this means for us is that there's a second half pick for WNBA, and it's over under Caitlin Clark 10 and more or less Caitlin Clark 10 points.
Okay.
And the last game she started off bad and then scored 13 second half. So if I was a betting man, because Prize Picks is giving the protected $20 play for WNBA only, I would take the over on Caitlin Clark second half 10 points.
Get it in there, because they're probably going to get whooped up by the Liberty, who are very good, and they're going to go up a lot of points, and they're just going to say, yeah, now you can score.
You think they're just going to give her the lane?
Yeah.
No.
No, they'll give her 3-pointers.
So
Yeah.
I have my prize picks as well for the WNBA today. This will be our last one. So the prize picks sent me a protected play $20. We'll save you if it fails on the WNBA.
Right.
So I went to the points, rebounds, and assists
Yeah.
for WNBA players, and I grabbed all the highest number ones, and I just took less on all of them.
Smart move.
Okay.
From what I've learned
So
in this huge sample size of WNBA fandom, don't score a ton.
no. So Brianna Stewart's halfway through her game. She's not halfway to her goal. Caitlin Clark is halfway through her game. She's not a third way to her goal. Sabrina Ionescu, she's halfway through her game. She's not halfway to her goal. Jonquel Jones is halfway through her game. She's not a third way to her goal.
Okay.
Nalissa Smith is halfway through her game, and she's not a quarter way to her goal.
Okay.
And Aliyah Boston is halfway through her game, and she's not a third way to her goal. Boys,
Looking good.
we're looking good
Looking good.
on our $20 flex play, which if you play $20 and you hit all 6, that pays out 500 bones.
Yes, sir.
We talked about the party budget we're putting together with our prize picks.
Getting bigger and bigger.
We're currently sitting at like $300. Like, we're going to party out. Also had another flex protected play today. I took the Lesses and first inning run scored, and I missed. I missed on that one. Yeah, so the Mets and the Phillies, they ruined it. It's been ruined.
Oh, that's a bum.
Yeah. Womp womp. Promo code KML if you want to be part of our prize pick portion of the program. Please.
Please do. Let's have some fun. Let's rap on it.
What?
Talk about it.
The internet told me that Drake had ghostwriters, and I don't know how I feel about this for the beef thing because I felt like you two told me Drake's parts wasn't that good.
There was some clever stuff by Drake and or whoever wrote it. Well, like his whole career, he's had ghostwriters. Like that's not a secret.
I think the big thing is like for sure like One Dance, like songs like that. I need a one dance, Fred.
Well, I don't mind. Well, I don't mind if someone else writes, but is he claiming to write it?
Well, no. If you look in the song credits, that's usually when that's all exposed.
Well, see, I'm fine with that.
That's why it's called ghostwriter, not writer. If it was a writer, they'd get credit on the song. Ghostwriters just get a bag of cash and no credit.
That's my understanding of what a ghostwriter is.
Correct.
And that's what he's been doing?
His whole career, yeah.
So I'm oppo that. Yeah. Because I think, and we've had this talk on air, the greatest performer of all time is Garth Brooks. He doesn't write his own stuff.
Performer, not artist. Performer, not artist.
Well, I believe you have to be an artist to perform.
Not necessarily.
Do you think that Hobo Hank invented the tornado DDT? He did not. He's the best at performing it. He's an artist.
Huh.
Your words, not mine.
Who's better?
Love you, Hobo Hank. Garth Brooks or Hobo Hank? You know my answer.
It's Hobo Hank.
It's Hobo Hank every time.
Not even close.
George Strait for life. Garth Brooks can suck.
Oh, miss me with George Strait for life?
Yeah. 80s and 90s country artist?
Not better than
George Strait over Garth Brooks every day.
This is the worst take you've ever had.
It's the only take because it's the correct answer.
Consecutive sellouts.
Honorable mention, Alan Jackson.
Fellas, outlier comment. I'm on the second half WNBA picks. I tried to take all unders. I get an error message. You are not allowed to take all unders on second half WNBA picks.
Oh,
so you can do full game, but not second half.
Oh, man.
And it specifically said WNBA picks. It didn't say prize picks. It didn't say basketball. So
they're on these, eh?
Don't waste your time trying to do that, friends of the show.
Speaking of basketball, there is some tonight, and we will preview it whenever we get back. It's coming on live from Sadie's on 4th, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
What is this? Is this Zoot Suit Riot? What are we listening to here?
That's what I think it is.
This is Zoot Suit Riot?
I know a guy who's owned a Zoot Suit. Joining us on the program, friend of the show, Josh Sushan. Josh, welcome.
Zoot Sean.
You ever had a Zoot Suit, Josh Zoot Sean?
No, I've not had a Zoot Suit, but the movie Swingers is one of my all-time favorite movies. And when I lived in Los Angeles, I lived in the neighborhood where basically every scene from the movie was filmed, which I did not know when I moved to that neighborhood, and then I was incredibly thrilled and never wanted to move away from that neighborhood because of that.
What is Swingers?
Oh, my God. It's a great movie.
Vince Vaughn, Jon Favreau, you're still money and you don't even know it?
It's Favreau's first movie as a writer-director.
I'm a big Favreau guy. He does The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. Okay, I'll check this thing out. I met Vince Vaughn one time. He walked up to me, shook my hand. He said, "Hi, my name is Vince Vaughn. It's nice to meet you." Yeah.
We know who you are, Vince
I'm aware
Vaughn.
of who you are, Vince.
Listen up, Vivi.
I stopped even the series yesterday. That's pretty crazy, huh, Josh?
Sorry, before we get to the Isotopes, Vince Vaughn, huge baseball fan, and I got my photo with him at Wrigley Field, and I feel like he's every Vince Vaughn movie, the character is the same, right? It's Vince Vaughn, and I feel like that scene when he's meeting Jennifer Aniston and he's ordering all the hot dogs and the beers, that's just the consummate Vince Vaughn scene, which is just the consummate scene for hey, people are having a fun time at the ballpark. They're ordering beers and eating hot dogs and having fun and talking to people and meeting people. Isn't this a great time?
I'm a big Swingers guy, so I will second that, Sushan.
He and I met at a Snoop Dogg concert, and it was very weird. The people we were with, including, I've told you the story before, Van, I was hitting on Amanda Nunez,
right,
who, unbeknownst to me, was not interested in...
not only you,
any man.
But any man.
Really blew that one, Josh. I really fell flat on my face that night.
Well, as Wayne Gretzky once said...
Nice.
I love how we can just say as Wayne Gretzky once said, and everybody knows. You don't even have to finish the sentence. Everybody just knows it.
Yeah, he said, quack, quack, quack. Yeah, I know nothing about hockey.
Sorry. Where were we? Something about the Isotopes.
Oh, they even the series, and that's only the third time we've said that all year.
Well, good things happen when Chris Bryant and Nolan Jones are in your lineup. Actually, they won despite those guys not doing a ton for it, for the victory. Nolan Jones' defensive play, though, oh my goodness. The catch he made, a running catch on the warning track, and then he threw to third base. And my favorite outfield assist is when the runner is sliding in, and he just thinks that he's going to be safe and that there's no way he can possibly be out. And then once he gets tagged out, he doesn't even argue with the umpire. He just looks at the outfielder like, really? How did you just do that? And that was the reaction of the dude last night when Nolan Jones threw him out at third base. He was like, wait a minute, where did that baseball just come from? How did this just happen?
Coco Montes had him a day. Anytime on the broadcast, did you tell him, baby, you're so money and you don't even know it? Is that something you told him?
I did not yesterday, and I did not when I interviewed him earlier today for the pregame show, but I might have to say that during tonight's broadcast. So I think you need to make sure that you listen to all 9 innings, man, to find out if I do say that.
Well, I can't listen because I'll be there in person hanging out with you tonight. I'll come say hi.
Whenever I used to broadcast the St. Lucie Bush Arena Soccer, my color commentator would regularly get fans to submit movie quotes that he would use, and I thought it was the lowest form of broadcasting. But now that I think back to it, really fond memories. I was actually kind of a fan of it.
What's the most underrated baseball movie that people don't talk about, right? Because everyone talks about Major League and Bull Durham. So I was actually making a list. I was going to maybe write something about my favorite fictional characters, like making a starting lineup of my favorite fictional baseball movie characters.
And we do this pretty often on the show. The answer is For Love of the Game. It's the best baseball movie of all time, not even close, and not enough people even mention Billy Chappell's name when it comes to fictional pitchers?
So I think the best baseball movie ever made is called Long Gone. Most people don't know that it ever existed because it went straight to HBO.
I watched it after you told me about it.
Right before Bull Durham. And then it just got lost in the shuffle of Bull Durham.
Yeah, I super watched it after you told me about it. It wasn't what you remember.
Really?
Yeah. Nostalgia is a strong, strong drug, Shoosh.
Really? It wasn't as good as I thought, huh? I watched it like 4 years ago. Sometime during COVID, I watched it again.
We were all looking for happier thoughts during that time. All right, what's the plan tonight for Chris Bryant?
So here's the deal with Chris Bryant. He was already scheduled to have one day off at some point this week, right? Because he hasn't played in a month. He had to do the slow build-up. And when it was raining a lot overnight and this morning and early afternoon, unsure about what the situation was going to be. And so Chris and the Rockies medical staff said, let's make today the day off because it was going to be tomorrow. So instead they made it today. Bryant will play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Nolan Jones is in the lineup tonight, and he'll play every game as well the rest of the week. But again, he was scheduled to get one day off no matter what this week. Originally it was going to be tomorrow. Instead it's going to be today just because they were plotting out this as it was like pouring rain earlier.
Bryant and Jones didn't have monsters of a game last night, but how did their health look? Are the Rockies looking at the tape and they're wondering, how long should I wait to call?
So that's always a really good question, and that's, the heart of the matter, right? So look, they're healthy. They wouldn't be playing unless they're healthy. So it's just a matter of getting legs in shape, which is why you go 5 innings and then DH and then 7 innings and DH and day off and all that, just to kind of build up. It's all about trying to get timing. I think they probably want to see as much high velocity fastballs as they can so that they can be ready for that in the big leagues and see like change-ups and things like that. I think that a lot of times rehabbing guys, they want to take a few more pitches because they just want to get in the habit again of just recognizing pitches. Is this something I want to swing at? Is this something I don't want to swing at? Am I seeing the spin? Things like that. And so the Rockies are probably going to wait until Saturday, Sunday. How do they look at this point? And then I'm pretty sure the Rockies are off on Monday. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. But anyways, either sometimes Saturday, Sunday, they'll probably make the decision on both of them.
Is there strong consideration when it's more than just the numbers from the plate? Because you were talking about Nolan Jones playing that ball up the left field wall, this, that, the other thing. Is that the eye test that people so regularly talk about, or is it he went 0 for 3 and he's not quite ready yet?
A little bit of everything. Now, here's the thing also about 0 for 3. One of those 0 for 3s was a ball that was hit 105.5 miles an hour off the bat. It was going to be a double or a triple, but the first base umpire couldn't get out of the way, and it hit him. And so as a result, it was a ground out because the first baseman picked it up after it hit the umpire. So that's where like the stats lie, right? So it's how does he look? How does the swing look? How are his legs? How does he feel? But then the other thing in the case of Nolan Jones was, face it, he was batting 170, right? He had 37 strikeouts and 94 at-bats. And it's not like he was fourth in Rookie of the Year voting last year, but it's not like he's a 4-time All-Star. So I think that's why, for both of these guys, that's why they're here the entire week. Like sometimes, we had Charlie Blackmon, he took 2 games. They're like, okay, he's Charlie Blackmon, he's ready, bring him back up now, right? But because Jones struggled, because Bryant just missed a month, it's like, no, let's give them a full week and not worry about day-to-day other than how does he feel, and then let's look at the totality of their week and then determine, all right, are they ready or do they need another day or two?
When the Rockies look at Nolan Jones, who I think is like a dude, I don't think they want him to be like the guy in the PG-13 movie that everyone's really hoping makes it happen. They want him to be the guy in the R-rated movie, the guy that you're not sure whether you like him or not. You're not sure where he's coming from. You just want him to be a bad man, Sush. You want him to be a bad, bad man.
100% emoji. Yes, that's probably the best line from the movie Swingers, and it really is practical life advice that friends should give to their other friends on a regular basis. And I really actually think that there's something to be said about that. Like, You want people to be good humans and sign autographs and make community appearances and smile and be a good teammate. But when the guy's in the batter's box, I want him to be a jerk, right?
Yeah.
I want you to be a mean SOB in the batter's box and just get it done.
Man, were you doing a swingers quote?
I was doing swingers quotes this whole segment. Yeah, this whole time. Sush finally picked up on it. That one was a little blatant.
I'm going to make Sush's head bleed for Superfan 99 over here. So, no, that's not one.
I don't know what that means.
It's It's the only one I found on IMDb for swingers. I don't know anything about.
Oh, I know. That's when they're playing hockey. Oh, yes, that's a great scene too. And they're playing they're playing video game hockey, and they make Gretzky's head bleed. Yes, that's a great moment in the movie too.
Vegas, baby, Vegas. I got nothing, boys. I've never seen.
Hey, look at this face, Sush. This is the guy behind the guy. Remember this face.
Sush, you're off Monday. Are you traveling or no?
Yeah, we're traveling to Salt Lake City, Utah on Monday.
So there's not really a time where we could get together and watch the swingers that you're talking about. It's like patio.
Unless you wanted to fly to Salt Lake City, Utah.
There is a time to watch it. It's called November. When the season's over.
I don't know if the friends of the show know this. Sushan is not reachable for like the first 3 weeks after a season. Like he is just decompressing.
Yep.
Like he refuses to recognize that it's football season. Hey, wait, but are you on like your kick where you're just doing a bunch of like college football now too? Like you don't even take a break anymore?
That would be nice. If someone's listening and want to hire me, yes, they can get in touch with my agent, Fred Slow, and he'll be happy to make those things occur.
So here's the thing with Josh. It's a 2-for-1er where you get us two with that one. So it's a 3-man booth, and it's the most entertaining. Definitely not the best broadcast you've ever heard. All right, Josh, who do you got on the pregame, and give us your predictions for tonight.
So Coco Montez is on the pregame show, and among the topics would be, number one, why is he wearing batting gloves this year when he famously has never wore batting gloves his entire life? That's one topic. Another topic we get really here's the thing about Coco. He's really cerebral when you ask him a question. He's not just like, oh, yeah, I'm just trying to blah, blah, blah. No, he really thinks and puts thought into, well, this is what it said that I was doing wrong. It was swing and misses on pitches in the strike zone, and it was chase percentage, and it's what can I do with this pitch that's away? Do I hit a line drive or a high fly ball? He's really cerebral when you talk hitting with him, and it's really fun. So we had some fun, and then we did cerebral hitting, and then, you always have to ask guys about it's Major League Rehab assignment. What's it like having these dudes here? I know you've been teammates with them before, but still, what's it like? And so that's the preview of the interview with Coco Montez.
Our baby's all grown up.
He's grows and he's grows and he's grows and he's grows.
Thanks, Josh.
You got to be standing on top of a table at a diner, swinging a jacket around as you say that.
Yeah, baby.
Van, final words.
Come see me at the Isotopes game tonight.
Good job, everyone. GG.
Listen to the opening drive, and we'll see you tomorrow, Burke.
Isaiah likes Deshaun Watson's tattoo. It's really weird. I don't vouch for it. It's stupid. No.